Hey, actor, you got some issues? You need some help? I got just the perfect weapon to help you with your issues: fasting. So, today we're going to be talking about fasting and the benefits of fasting for actors. I first of all want to say what fasting is. Fasting is abstaining from something that you either are hooked on at the moment, it's just taking over your life. For me, years ago, I had a bad case of I had to have Coca Cola all day. Like, as soon as I got up, I needed Coca Cola. Like, maybe it's social media. You may feel like you can't let go of the phone and the scrolling and the watching. It might be time for you to put it down for a period of days. There are different kinds of fasts that you could do, not just for social media. It could be from the news or from television. It could be fasting from foods, bad foods like processed foods. It could be fasting from milk products. You could fast from breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or you could do a whole day fast. Right now, the big craze is intermittent fasting. Everybody's on this kick. Well, not everybody. Let me take that back. Everybody's not on this intermittent kick, but there are a lot of people that are on the kick. They're doing a fast because they want to lose weight, they want to do this, and that's all great. If you can do it and you can sustain it, it is great. The kind of fasting I'm talking about is to free yourself from things that have a control over you. You could do a 1 day fast, a 7 day fast, a 21 day fast, or a 40 day fast. My favorites are 40 day fasts because I find that when you get past the 30 days of the fast, it starts to get easier. The first 30 days, I'm not going to lie to you, fasting is hard. It's like your body is screaming for the thing that you are fasting from. It's like, I need it. and so you're a little delirious. You are a little delirious from fasting. But as you get closer to the 40 day mark, things really start to get better. I have fasted from sodas. I've fasted from breads. I have fasted from dairy products. I have fasted from television, from news. I have fasted from social media. I have fasted from gossiping. I've fasted from hanging out with the wrong people. I have fasted from bad relationships. And what I have learned is that in going into the fast, it is painful because you're used to it, And sometimes I do fast when I feel like that is becoming my God. It's like nothing should be your God except for God. You should be in alignment with God. And when you start finding yourself where you're worrying about money, or you're worrying about jobs, or you're worrying about something, and that's taking the focus of your day, that's the time you should consider doing a fast about that thing. And the benefits of it is amazing. When you can do a fast from worrying, it starts to clear your mind. And I'm not going to lie to you, in the beginning, boy, it's like it's hitting you like mad. You are just being bombarded with all these worry thoughts. But if you just keep going, find things that can calm you down when the worry comes, because part of the fasting is practicing a different discipline. What I like to do is I get my Bible out. I will usually, before I begin a fast, I will find scriptures that will help me with whatever the fast is. So if I'm fasting against worry, then I'm going to find scriptures that tell me things not to worry about. It's about faith, and it's about believing God for what you want. So I'll just hunker down into those scriptures, and I will say it 3 times a day. I will start in the morning with my prayer, with my scriptures, and giving whatever it is that I'm fasting to God. It's like, okay, Lord, you got this. I'm giving this over to you. I'll do it again in the afternoon, usually around 2 o'clock. I will take maybe 10 minutes to just pray and commit that thing again to God. And in the evening, I will pray. I might journal. I might journal in the morning as well. Start writing down the things that are coming up for me, because when you give up something, there's a lot of stuff that comes up. And so if you're journaling, you get to see what it is that's happening. It's like sometimes we can't articulate it, but if we start writing it down with a pen and a pad, it will start to manifest itself on the page and tell us what's going on, what the problem is, why we're hanging out with the wrong people. We're doing a fast. We don't want to hang out with the wrong people. So then all of a sudden we start to see what it is that's coming out. Why do I hang out with so and so? I get it. I hang out with so and so because I don't feel like I'm worthy. I think they're better than I am. So I think that maybe I need them in order for me to be okay, for me to exist. Sometimes I might be eating extra sweets. And when I start the fast, I can see what the problem is. I'm having issues with something else, and I'm using the sugar to soothe me. I'm using the sugar as medication. So then I can go, oh, okay, how can I start dealing with my problem without feeding myself all this sugar? How can I deal with the problem without drinking all this alcohol? So those are big benefits, when you start doing a fast, to start looking at what the problem is. Why am I leaning towards this particular item or this particular person or this particular food? Fasting is about sacrificing. And I like to sacrifice things that are holding me hostage in some way. And when I start to let go of it, the benefit of it means that I have freedom. And as an actor, doing these fasts has really helped me with my discipline. It has helped me with focus. It has helped me to concentrate. It has helped me to let go of things that were not good for me. It's also helped me with my mindset. One of the big benefits of fasting is that it starts to shift your mind. You start to see things clearer. You can go, oh, that's why I was doing it. And in the middle of a fast, you're going to be tussling because your body is saying, but I want this. And you are trying your best to just stay with what you said you were going to do. And fasting does require discipline. When I started fasting, maybe about 35 years ago, I think the first time I did it, I lasted 2 hours. I was supposed to do a 40-day fast. I'd never done one before, and I was doing it with my church, and I lasted 2 hours. And at the end of the 2 hours, I said, I can't do this. I'm not doing this. And then as I continued to attempt to do fast, I got a little bit better. And about 15 years ago, I started going, nope, I am going to do this fast no matter what. So I started with food items that I was taking too many of, be it candies or cakes or ice cream or donuts or cookies. I was just letting go of that thing that was holding on to me. And I will say to you that if you as an actor can start fasting regularly, I usually do 4 fasts a year. I'll do a 7-day fast, a 21-day fast, and 2 40-day fasts. The first fast that I do in the year is usually a 21-day fast. That's in January. And then about a month later, maybe 6 weeks, I start my 40-day fast, which is a Lent fast. It goes from the beginning of Lent to Easter. I like that because it's like you're putting something to death so something can rise up at the end. So you can have a new thing rise. Jesus was crucified and he was buried, but on Easter he rose from the grave. And so we want to put to death those things that are holding us hostage. They have control over us, so that we can emerge as a newer person, as someone who is shifting. Our mindset is shifting. So I will do 2 40-day fast. The other one is usually around October, somewhere in the fall. I'll do another 40-day fast. And in the summer, I'll do a 7-day fast for something. And doing those fasts over the years has really helped me with my energy. That's a great benefit. With my mindset, it's helped me to take inventory quicker of things that are affecting me. You know, if I'm doing too much social media, just scrolling, there's an issue there that I need to look at. Maybe I don't want to do something that I'm supposed to be doing. So now I'm procrastinating by hanging out on social media. Social media is great, but we can abuse it when we're not doing what we should be doing. You know, we need to be doing our work. So I just want to talk to you and encourage you as an actor to start putting fasting in your day to day. Maybe it's, once every quarter you do a little fast. You could fast from breakfast, do a 21-day fast. I'm just going to fast from breakfast, or I'm going to fast from negative conversations, or I'm going to fast from negative thinking. As actors, we don't realize how much negative thinking goes on in our heads. That critic is like, you're not good enough. You can't do this, do that. But when you start doing those fasts, and especially for thinking, if you do a 40-day fast from bad thinking, bad conversations, you're going to see such a shift in your attitude and in your behavior, because that negative stuff has to die. When you do a fast, that negative stuff has to go by the wayside. There's a scripture in the Bible, Mark 9:29, that says some things can only be done by prayer and fasting. You can pray about something, but there may be such a stronghold in your life that the only way to get through it, the only way to break it off of you, is by prayer and fasting. So, is there something in your life that's keeping you from being the best actor you can be, from getting to the next level? Well, maybe you need to do a fast. Maybe you need to decide what it is that is keeping you from getting where you need to go. If you have a victim mentality, you might want to do a fast about that, so that you can fast from victim to victor. Start finding scriptures, finding affirmations that say you are a champion, you are a winner. Because if you are always seeing yourself as not enough, things aren't working for you, that means you see yourself as a victim. If I don't think I'm enough, if I think, everybody else is doing it, but I can't do it, then I'm not seeing myself in a healthy way. And I would say to you, you might want to try fasting. And if it still doesn't work, then I think you need to see a therapist. I'm not making fun here, but there are certain things that you might be going through that maybe fasting won't help. Maybe you need something more intense. I'm talking to the people who are not at that level. They just need enough. They need to do something to get them to give up that thing. You just have to let that thing go. Just mourn it, let it go. And that's part of fasting. When you start fasting, you are letting something go, and you're doing a mourning over it. You're mourning it. It could be a relationship. It could be, maybe you had to take a different job, and you are mourning the fact that, I got to do this job, and now, that's going to mess with my acting. Not really. It won't. But maybe you need a different mindset because you had to take a job on. So it might be good to do a fast because you're feeling like this job is weighing you down. The job is just temporary, but your mindset is forever. So you might have to look at that and go, you know what? I am going to do a fast because I need this job in order to pay my bills right now and get myself to where I want to get with my acting. So you might want to start reading books during that fast, or looking at stories on YouTube about actors who had that setback for a minute, but then they had the breakthrough in the next. Because we all have setbacks, but then there's the breakthrough. And in fasting, you can feel like there's a setback, and then you can experience the breakthrough. So I encourage you to look at what is going on in your life that you may need to fast from. One of the things I'm just going to share this. My planner, Acting Smarter Now, has a bunch of fasts that you can do as an actor that'll help you. And all of them that are in there, I have done them. So I can vouch for them. I think they have helped me immensely. I'm much better today because I have done all these fasts. It's helped my mindset. It's sharpened me. It's made me more intense as an actor. So I just think it's good, and it helps you to see things clearly. Fasting is really good for the mind, it's good for the soul, it's good for the heart, but you have to take the shot. You have to decide what kind of fast you want to do. If you want to do a fast, that's up to you. So I'm here for you. If you have any questions about fasting, if I can be of service to you, just DM me and I will get back to you. And now, check out this next video to help you with your career.